Call me to order. 6:33. First pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call. Confirming here.
Going here.
All right. Approval of minutes.
Just this one. So we're still at 90 corrections.
Did everybody have a chance to look at the December 29th meeting minutes? Yeah. Any corrections? Do you have a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion. Tracy did. I'll second it.
All right. So Tracy makes a motion, and Roxanne seconds. All in favor? It's my fault we don't have the 120 minutes. I didn't get a chance to look at them until this past afternoon and sent them over to the kid late. So, all right. Application, current use assessment. All right. So we're just bringing this into current use, which is 16 acres. Trying for approval.
What's the map and lot on it?
That's what we're looking for right now. All right, map 19. Lot. Oh. I think I do. Let's 6. Lot 6. I'm not crazy, that was really small, right?
Yes, it was
Okay.
very small.
So, motion to accept, move to the current use.
I'll make the motion to accept.
Alright, so motion by Tracy, second by Bonnie. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
Just sign it.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. CAI contract?
Yes. The terms haven't changed, the bill's the same as what it was the last year.
So we're looking for a motion to accept this as well.
I'll make a motion that we accept the CAA contract.
Alright. Roxanne makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mike seconds. All in favor?
in his credit,
The sticky's on the,
It says property owner.
I went with,
yeah, so we'll just ask Robin, maybe that one page just needs to be redone by the owner, and then to sign it.
that one is good.
Let's take
Personal action forms. Level increase for Abbey Hole. The same thing from Mike Green. All EMS level increases. Walter, how do you pronounce his last name? Water. Okay. Okay, promotion. So we have a motion to accept these.
I'll make a motion to accept the
You want to
personnel
go?
action forms.
Like, we want to go one by one or all together?
Not the other one.
Sounds good.
So,
So Roxanne made the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We don't want to bypass that one. Well, we have a minute. Everybody, this weekend we have the school deliberative session. They're doing 9:30, stay at the school, and then 10 o'clock start. They're going to go over their budgets. Great time to make sure that your voice is heard.
Gymnasium.
What's that?
In the gymnasium.
It's at the Middleton Elementary Gymnasium, or camp court where they play ball.
Yeah.
The multi-purpose room.
Yeah, there we go. Better.
No, Saturday.
I believe the rec is doing. Are they doing more than that or no?
No,
Yeah,
not
that
the
was okay.
Usually the school ones are much tougher than the town ones,
Right.
so, you know.
It's here, it's yeah.
Staples.
All right. I would walk funds. So we received a check for $13,000 or $13,007.96.
I'll make a motion that we accept that.
Second.
Okay, motion by Roxanne, second by Bonnie. All in favor?
Aye.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah?
No, I didn't hear that.
Okay, sorry, I'll try to be a little bit louder. All right, the check was approved for $13,007.96. The highway water.
What is that for, Tim?
That is for money we get from the state that goes in the highway department for various things for the highway deal. Whether it's roads, sand, salt, equipment, you name it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I have two things that we kind of do business. The first one was we got the request from a lady from Texas that wants us to send a copy of all active leases and license arrangement contracts for cell phone towers, rooftop antennas, and other wireless installations in property owned by managed by the town of Middleton. And it's in Middletown, New Hampshire. So I'm just saying that we should not go forward with providing any information. Because I also want, along with 24 months of associated payment history. So, if anybody disagrees with that, let me know. But
I don't disagree. Anyway?
the other item that we got an email for the use of the old town hall space. And this is from a resident who wants to use the old town hall for free, and his email says, I hope all is well and you're enjoying the new year. I'm writing to inquire about the old town hall space. I live in Middleton on New Durham Road and I'm a homeschool mom of 3. I'm interested in starting a small theater program for homeschool children and I'm looking for an accessible. Can somebody turn their phone off? I have rented the town hall in the past for my private piano and voice students to hold recitals. I'm wondering if it would be possible to secure the old town hall weekly for rehearsals and then again hold a final performance there, probably on a Friday night or Saturday afternoon. I'm not looking to charge families much for the program, simply trying to cover costs of the rights of the shows. But I would sell tickets to the performance and would be willing to donate a portion of the ticket sales back to the town. I'm not sure how much we would yield, but I'm hopeful we would have a decent interest. Do you know if there's something the town would consider? I know the town rents the space for $100, but seeing as it would be a voluntary position for myself, I don't believe I'd be able to afford to front that weekly for the use of the space. I'm not sure the town has ever done anything in the past, so consider. So it sounds like to me that there would be a charge for people to come in who are going to be taking the lessons and stuff.
So they're charging people, and we should give them space for free.
I think that, yeah. That would be my thought, and they don't have insurance,
Okay.
so.
So the recommendation is right now to
Yeah, the recommendation would be not to provide it rental free.
okay.
Anybody?
Does anybody want to discuss that? No.
Are you saying no to that?
That's the recommendation of the board. Yes.
Unfortunately, because,
The liability.
Their insurance.
this guy is gonna be charging people to do this program.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. So you're also to decline.
See, I can't hear. I can hear.
And then we didn't have on the old business the one on those.
Right, but before we do that, let's
Okay.
I have something for new business.
Okay, no, but I just want.
So I received some information from FEMA. So 2 years ago, we started the Hazard Mitigation Plan renewal or whatever it was. Anyways, they sent me information requesting or telling us about the new flood maps.
Oh, yeah.
So what they want to do is they want us to have a public hearing to discuss that with everybody. The information is all here, so I'm going to hand that over to Kim. And then we can talk about, after she emails her distributes to everybody, we can talk about time to have a public hearing for that. It needs to be before April.
Okay. I would say we could do that in conjunction with a probably regular BOS meeting.
I agree.
Okay.
But like I said, I'd like to make sure everybody gets the information.
April, do you know what is it the end of April or is there a certain date in April?
There's a certain date in April.
Okay. So Kim will make copies and distribute. Okay.
That would be my thought.
No, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Any particular meeting you want to add this to?
No, I think that we should discuss that at the next meeting so we all know exactly what's involved.
And then we'll set the public
Yeah.
hearing date.
All right, one, now the warrant articles.
These are just updated. The only difference between this one and the last, which was last week, is the last one's been removed per the Conservation Committee.
Okay.
In the first one, the first article is the board's discretion. I know it has been commented about and whatnot, so whether we leave it on or take it off is totally up to the board. So that would to see if the town will vote to rescind RSA 32:5B, the tax cap previously approved at the 2022 town meeting. So
Which RSA was that?
RSA 32:5-B.
Does anybody have any feelings on this? Thoughts?
I vote for letting the voters decide.
So we'll leave that on.
So,
We need a vote on,
so what we need to do is go through and,
yep, vote on each one.
right.
All right, so motion to, motion to keep the Article 2.
I'll make a motion.
All right, Bonnie needs a motion. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Tracy seconds. In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So that's gonna be 5. right?
Yep. Any opposed? Nope. Okay.
So the next article will be to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $200,000 for the purpose of road construction and paving of various roads in town. This is non-lapse in appropriation pursuant to RSA 32:7, Roman numeral 6, and will not lapse until the road construction and paving is completed on December 31st, 2030, whichever sooner. And this would have a tax rate of 54 cents. This is a warrant article that we've been doing for the last 10 or more years.
All right. On to the
Motion
motion.
to accept that one.
Bonnie?
Yeah.
Second?
Uh,
Mike seconds? All right, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nope. 5-0.
Okay, the next one, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $10,000 to be added to the Highway Department Capital Reserve Fund previously established. This is a 3-cent tax impact. And again, this is one that we've been doing for more than 10 years.
All right, adjourn motion for Article 8.
Motion.
I'll second.
In favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? Okay, 5-0.
Okay, the next one, again, this is one that we've been doing. To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $13,000 to be added to the reevaluation capital reserve fund previously established. This is 4-cent tax impact.
Okay.
Motion.
What?
I'll motion. to
Bonnie motion. Do a second.
Second.
Roxanne seconds. In favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? So 5-0.
To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $5,000 to be added to the self-contained breathing apparatus capital reserve fund previously established. This is
What would they do?
a penny on the tax rate.
Yep. All right. Motion? Mike Green, second.
I'll second.
Roxanne seconds. All right, in favor?
Mike Green. Aye.
I'm in favor too. 5-0.
Okay. The next one, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $1,000 to be added to the natural or man-made disaster capital reserve fund previously established. This is less than a penny on
Yep.
the tax rate.
All right, Article 11.
My motion.
Bonnie motions. Mike seconds. In favor? Opposed? No. Okay.
The next one is to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $25,000 to be added to the fire department replacement vehicle capital reserve fund previously established. This is 7 cents on the tax rate.
All right. Motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
In favor? Opposed? Okay.
So to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $10,000 to be added to the public safety complex capital reserve fund previously established. This is 3 cents on the tax rate.
All right. In favor? Motion. Sorry.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Alright. Roxanne, Mike? In favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm not opposed.
Okay.
4-1.
I just voted.
4-1. 4 for, 1 against.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with, Tracy on this.
So 3-2. 3 for, 2 against. Okay, for the next one? You ready?
Alright, 14.
To see if the town will vote to raise the appropriate the sum of $10,000 to be added to the medical equipment capital reserve fund previously established. This is 3 cents on the tax rate.
In favor?
I'll make the
Oh,
motion.
motion, sorry, motion. Second?
I'll second.
Bonnie.
Roxanne, and then Bonnie. In favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay.
So Article 15, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $37,640 to be added to the Highway Department Capital Reserve Fund previously established. Such fund represent the amount of income received in the 2025 from the cell phone tower, and said funds to come from unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised from taxation.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second
In favor?
it. Next one. To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $15,000 to be used for ZBA zoning board adjustment legal litigation fees, with said funds to come from unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised from taxation.
So, this is one, no, sorry. Motion?
I'll motion.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Alright, so on this one, I think we should do a little discussion because, so last year we did the same thing, 15,000, and we went over.
Yeah, our assessment clerk or the ZBA clerk or a planning board reached out to legal and asked if what amount would be sufficient, and they felt this amount would be. They said that shouldn't be more than that. That's what she came back with, the attorney came back with that amount.
Okay, because
How much over we got?
that's what I'm looking at right now. I think we went 31,000.
It was 31 and we did 15, and so we had 16 on the operating plan. But we did specifically reach out with what's left to say what would be a reasonable number, and she came back with this number.
Alright, well,
We can increase it if you want, but I'm not opposed to that.
my recommendation would be increase it by 5,000.
So you want it to be 20?
Yep. So I'll make a motion to amend it to 20,000.
I'll second.
So first we'll vote on the amendment. All in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Okay, so now we'll vote on the article. So now it's going to be 20,000 to be used for DBA, zoning board, legal litigation and funds, said balance to come, or said funds to come from the unassigned fund balance.
Aye. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mike, what did you say? Yes?
Aye.
Okay.
Good. Everybody.
The next one is to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $80,000 to replace the gas tanks with said funds to come from the unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised by taxation.
Motion.
You might second it?
I'll second.
Yeah, my
I
second.
didn't hear what I thought you
I
said.
should watch.
Oh,
Don't speak.
sorry.
So it's Bonnie and Mike.
Bonnie and Mike.
All right. Any discussion on this one?
What article is that?
This is
Well-
Article 17.
It currently is 17. It could be, depending on how they come back, but it should be 17.
See if the town will vote to raise it. All right. So in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Article 18.
To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $5,000 to add to the existing expendable trust fund for the purpose of treating milfoil and other exotic aquatic species, with said funds to come from unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised from taxation.
I'll motion.
Bonnie motions,
I'll second.
Tracy seconds, favor?
Aye.
Okay.
The next one, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $20,000 to be added to the Old Town Hall Capital Reserve Fund previously established, with said funds to come from unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised by taxation.
All right, second. Oh, I'm sorry. Motion.
I'll motion.
All right. Second.
I'll second it.
So Bonnie and Roxanne. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And that's a yes on Article 19, so now we're on Article 20.
To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $10,000 to be added to the police gear and equipment capital reserve fund previously established, with said funds to come from unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised by taxation.
All right. Motion on Article 20.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
So Roxanne and Tracy. In favor?
Aye.
Okay. Aye.
21, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $20,000 to be added to the fire gear equipment capital reserve fund previously established, with said funds to come from unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised by taxation.
All right. Motion.
I'll make the motion.
Roxanne makes a motion. Bonnie seconds on Article 21. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Aye.
Okay.
Article 22.
To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $15,000 to be used to purchase a cardiac monitor, with said funds to come from unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised by taxation.
Motion.
We'll make a motion. Bruce,
Okay.
I'll second.
So Mike and Bonnie. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 5-0.
Okay.
Article 23.
Pursuant to RSA 72:28, to see if the town will vote to increase the standard and optional veterans tax credit to $750.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Tracy.
Second.
Bonnie. In favor?
Aye.
All right. Article 24.
Pursuant to RSA 72:28-B, to see if the town will vote to adopt the all veterans tax credit in the amount of $750.
Motion.
Motion.
Bonnie.
I'll second it.
Roxanne. Any discussion? In favor? Okay. 5-0.
Pursuant to RSA 72:29-A, to see if the town will vote to increase the veterans tax credit for surviving spouse to $1,000. I'll make a motion to accept.
All right, Roxanne. Mike.
Oh, okay.
In favor?
Good. Pursuant to RSA 72:35, to see if the town will vote to increase the veterans tax credit for service-connected total disability to $4,000.
All right. Motion.
Motion.
Tracy. Bonnie, you want a second?
Sure.
In favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And last but not least, to see if the town will vote to add merge the following town property to existing town forest under RSA 31:110 to be managed by the town Conservation Commission under the provisions of RSA 31:112, Roman numeral 2, and to authorize the placement of any proceeds with which may accrue from said forest management into the conservation fund, which shall be allowed to accumulate from year to year as provided by RSA 31:113. This is map 26 lot 31, approximately 8.5 acres on Moose Mountain Road. Map 26 lot 31, sublot 1, approximately 8.1 acres on Moose Mountain Road. And then map 11 lot 1, sublot 1, approximately 214 acres off Drew Drive, Jesse Mountain.
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Tracy. Bonnie. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm up. All right. Some more articles.
Thank you.
All right. U.S. comments.
February 15th, the rec is having a sweetheart pancake breakfast here at the Old Town Hall, 8 to 11 a.m.
All right, Mike, what you got?
Here. Yes.
All right, Mike.
I just wanted
February
to
15th.
say,
Oh, sorry. No, I should have asked you.
oh, sorry. I think the highway department did a great job with the storm the other day, the several-day storm. I went out to the hospital at 5:30 in the morning, and the roads were really good.
Roxanne?
No, I'm gonna just say that, Tim made the comment earlier about the deliberative for the school is this Saturday. I'd encourage everybody to get out there, because that's what the amount that goes on the ballot that gets voted at, when voting on voting day. And your voice is important to be heard. It's a $1.2 million increase they're looking for.
Is there anything that we voted on Saturday? Just so people know.
Yeah, so what will happen is, well, you'll vote on at the deliberative, so what the warrant articles, all the warrant articles.
So,
will
you
be
know
on
what
the
goes
ballot.
on the warrant article, then the warrant article will go to the ballot.
Right,
So,
but you vote on that.
so you get 2 bites of the apple, technically. All right. Public comment. Sir?
Yes, speaking of government, speaking of warrant articles, I have a petition for a warrant article with almost double the required 25 signatures to rescind the pension of the police's.
Okay.
And you know, the non-public, Mr. Chairman, the non-public, according to the agenda, the non-public was at 5:30 at the other.
Yep.
I mean, I'm no expert in parliamentary procedure, but aren't you supposed to start in non-public and public and then go into non-public? And then list the exemption, like 91, like A.
That's a good point, Brent. We'll look into that.
Like, I mean, the public, we have the right to know, like,
Absolutely.
not what it's about, but at least like the topic of
Right.
if it's personnel or an emergency
Or legal consultation.
yeah,
Absolutely.
something.
Absolutely.
That's something we should change.
Nobody's ever come over to the municipal building. You come right in.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no point in me coming into it. I'm just saying it should be started, you need to start the regular meeting and then recess to go into a non-public. I'm just saying that that's protocol of the 30 years of play. It's like 4 meetings out of 10.
Yeah.
So that's how they do it.
No, absolutely.
But it's really important to list the exemption so that we know you're not having like a secret meeting. I'm sure you're not, but just so it's gotta be like ABC for people.
No, right. Absolutely. All right.
I have a couple things. Do we know who the candidates are that are running against?
I'm going to hear back from Roy.
Okay. Do we, now that we know that people have signed up, have we discussed candidate nights yet, where it's coming up?
We have not discussed it because the period ended on Friday, so it's our first time meeting.
Okay. And then I just want a little clarification on the gas tanks one on the warrant article, for my own knowledge. How much was it asking that we're?
80,000.
80,000. Now, I'm going way back here. I don't remember how many meetings ago. It wouldn't be just the gas tanks, correct? That whole area has to be.
No, my understanding is just the gas tanks, but we can get clarification on that.
Okay, because the last meeting I thought that this was ever discussed was that it was all out of code. It was too close to the poles, everything.
Electricity.
Isn't there supposed to be a containment type system there?
Yeah.
So then my
That was
question
missed
is, with all
when
of
they
that,
repaved.
No, that wasn't, yes, this has been out of compliance for over 10 years. That whole gas area.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we fix that when we paid to have all this paved and do it all at once?
Because the gas tanks weren't part of the paving. It wasn't part of that, because that you need to have a containment area, which is going to be all cement. And the paving has nothing to do with that, other than they paved over it, and so we're going to, there's two pieces. One is the pavement, containment area, and then there's the gas tank. So when they came out to have them look at it, that's when the gas tech guy said, this is out of compliance, it's been out of compliance for 10 years or more.
Well,
So-
I think we still need to have that conversation with gas because they've been doing inspection for 10 years.
Right. No,
Why we haven't found out for 10 years.
That was the question that came up, is why did they not sell this to us before?
Right.
Who's servicing the tanks?
Gas tech.
So they're servicing tanks that they know aren't up to code?
Correct.
so that's my question is, I know we're trying to raise 80,000.
We're having a discussion, thank you.
Is that just the actual tanks, or is that whole area? That's what I want to clarify.
Okay, we can find out that.
Yeah. Just because of it, like, if we're not,
With that being said, isn't the salt sand bin right beside it?
No, that's moved.
yeah.
Down there now?
Yeah.
And then my other thing, because I had multiple, is we also started a petition. We have multiple signatures. I'm going to give it to Kim. And this is a warrant article, requesting a warrant article to go on this next voting to reduce the board from 5 to 3 as of next year.
I'll sign that. Put up signature.
We'll sign
I'll
that.
take you.
We can't sign that in the meeting.
No?
Can't
I
sign
can
that.
find it.
Well, why not? Well, why not?
Well, I
It's
thought
a
it's,
public BOS meeting, so.
So what?
It's the
This
same
is a
as-
public,
you go outside-
that's a
you go
public
out-
warrant
You go
article.
outside the door and
I
sign it.
challenge you to that. I think I can sign it.
I'll sign it. That's why I
Yeah,
have my
it's
own-
just like the no pets policy. If we, the people, the taxpayers, if this is our town hall, I can certainly sign a petition. I mean, I want to cite, what does the RSA? How could I not
I
sign
don't know
something?
off the top of my head.
I think you're just saying that being mean.
No, I'm not saying it to be me.
All right. We're not doing personal attacks.
You can sign it afterwards.
Yeah, by all means.
I'm just saying I can sign it right here and now. This is my time.
We have the correct number of signatures. It's 38. Okay. Guys? All right. Do you have any more?
nope, that's it.
Yeah. Any more public comment?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
So at the last department head meeting, there was an issue brought up to the chief of police about the call volume. There was a massive discrepancy between what he submitted and the true accurate record of the sheriff's office. Was there any clarification provided in the meantime?
So the chief's still looking into it, but the only thing he was able to give these numbers that I was getting off Stratford County is correct.
Yep.
Apparently he said that the numbers that he was getting was included sign-on times.
Which aren't calls for service.
Correct. Yeah. Which he openly said that yes, it's not called for service. So the lesser numbers were correct. He was going to continue to look into it to find out if there was something else that he was missing.
Yeah. So the thing is too is he had claimed in the meeting that those are just the numbers that he got. But when you tally those up, I'm familiar with that software system. I've been using it for years.
Yeah.
You have to manually add those in.
Okay.
So, because they don't punch a call for service. So when you get the totals there for things that generate a call number, a sign-on does not generate a call number, so that's a deliberate act to add those into that total.
All right.
For any of the board members,
So, yeah, go ahead.
Jonathan Sindorf, Middleton, New Hampshire. For any of the board members that are present during the time that the previous chief, not Sobel, was around, those were what we were getting as the call numbers every month. The checking into, starting their shift was considered a call. Nothing was brought up about that during his entire tenure. You know what I mean?
Well, so
Yeah.
can I address that one because
Certainly.
the other one start process?
Okay.
So I was going in there to find out, do an apple-to-apple comparison as to what the numbers were versus last year's numbers,
Yeah.
to look at how we're doing in general. And that's when I got the numbers from Stratford County Dispatch. Originally, the reason why I did that is because I was looking at the 24 numbers, which were significantly less than the 25 numbers, which made me think that there was an issue, that there was something going on. So that's when I contacted Dispatch. I got both 24 and 25, and I looked at the numbers were different, which is why as soon as I got that information, I asked the chief, can you help me understand what the discrepancy was? He was surprised, and on Wednesday when I was up down hall, that's when he mentioned he believes it's for the clocking times that are being counted. So this was literally just to try to get an apples-to-apples comparison. Yeah.
So now it's his clocking time. He doesn't live in Middleton. Where does this?
He does.
He does live in Middleton?
Yes.
So he clocks in from when he leaves his house?
I don't know. That's something that we would have to ask about.
Just to the contrary to the comment about what you were saying, sir. So I've been employed in law enforcement in this state, mostly in Stratford County, since
Right.
2017.
Yeah.
That's not a standard practice, and I have worked under Randy Sobel in this town. I was employed here for just under 3 years. I'm personal friends with him. I can tell you that he's been my supervisor. I've worked with him. He did not count those as calls for service. I'm a former employee of this police department, so that's not how that was done.
My statement was before Sobel. Didn't I say that? Was the chief before
It
Sobel?
sounded like you said.
No, that was my statement, was the chief that was here before Sobel counted those the entire time. I had questions about, but my question is why it's just coming up now. That kind of explains it. I didn't think it was a great way to keep track of things because it's not really a call in my book. So going forward, I think it's a great thing, but I was definitely, you're absolutely stating something different than I stated.
And like I said, this was literally trying to get an apples to apples comparison. Same thing I did with the fire department because, like I said, their numbers, so I was looking at their numbers, the numbers were kind of staying in line with what they had before, whereas the police were a little bit skewed.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to talk with the chief on that Friday because he wasn't in. So I figured, okay, I'll contact dispatch because that's where they get the numbers, and now you're up to date. So, like I said, and it turns out that we're actually 20%, we're getting 20% less calls now than we did a year ago, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know? Very positive, so.
Probably should know this, but how many police cruisers do we have in town right now?
4.
How many stay at the police station?
I believe all but the chief.
The chief takes his home, that's it?
Yep.
Is it standard practice for a vehicle to go home with an officer overnight?
It's not standard practice for the vehicles to leave Middleton.
There may be an exception if one of them has to be to school in the morning, if she's on overnight, and then she goes to school and then comes in for that next night.
Who makes that decision?
The chief.
He does?
Yeah.
But it has to be it's not just something that just takes home, right?
Right.
Just again for the board members who may have been around for that chief prior to Sobel filling in, I recall we had a car going to Fremont, was it? On a nightly basis with someone who was, so this again is a departure from what was being done with the police chief who was chronically overspending his budget, not reporting consistently to the Board of Selectmen. So it's interesting that there's a lot of attention being paid attention right now to it because I think things are being reported, run more carefully than they were at that time. And again, I'm not talking about Sobel's tenure filling in. The chief that was originally, from Wolfboro at one point in time.
Right. And like I said, I mean, as far as, I saw Ivor's car, I saw this being run efficiently for the most part, but then again, if you look at numbers and they're different, then obviously it's going to cause a little bit of confusion. It was, nobody's putting a magnifying glass on our current chief, we're just, we want to make sure that we're seeing everything correctly. Same thing with our fire chief, same thing with the highway department, same thing with the town clerk. Well, not town clerk because they're voted in, but it's the treasurer, everybody. Because part of our job is to make sure that we're supervising and paying attention to not only the numbers, but so when they come in, all that stuff. Same way your supervisor does, my supervisor does. And if I all of a sudden, have so I go from 40 hours to 85 say a week, my boss is going to look at me and go, well, what's going on here? So that's the same thing. If all of a sudden we go from having 85 calls to 210, it's going to make me think, we have a crime week? What's the situation? And it's, that's simple. Just supervisory, not even, it was the same thing I would do if it was Randy Sobel, same thing I would have done. Unfortunately, Greg Cooper really wasn't here during my time here. I guess he was, but he was out. So, it's just, like I said.
Hey, Mr. Chairman.
Before you do, I saw his hand first, and I can come back to you.
Pardon me?
I come back to you right after the
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
On that same note, the fire department has an SUV too, right? That stays in town?
The what?
The SUV for the fire department?
That goes home with the chief every night.
Where does he live?
Wakefield. He's about 10 minutes away from here.
That's the thing, you can go 10 minutes away? Or are you just saying that's how far he lives?
That's how far away he lives.
Yes. And the highway, he lives in town too, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, the $10,000 heart monitor, if that one article passes, what department would use that? Do we have an EMT here or
Yes.
medic?
We have EMTs is that for the fire department or is that for the building?
What was
So
it?
it's for the fire department.
That's what I thought,
Cardiac
yes.
monitor,
Cardiac
the one they have
monitors.
is going to be out of date this year.
So the one I have now is going to expire.
I see. So somebody,
Our fire chief is the EMT,
is
so.
that like a defibrillator?
Yes.
So talking about keeping track of everything, I know, I think it was during the budget review. Has everyone started doing timesheets now for every, that
I
was
believe,
over a month ago?
Kim, that they turned in the people turning time sheets?
Just missing one.
Okay. So it sounds like for the most part, yeah.
Is there any requirement for the highway department, police, obviously, I'm assuming the police, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming the police and the fire department are AED certified, first aid and all that. Is the highway garage on that same board?
Tracy, you know? That's something I think we're have to look into.
Something we should get them on board with.
Yeah.
That AED's right there, and if they're in here and they don't know how to use it, it doesn't do any good.
Absolutely.
That's not, I don't know if that's something the fire department can work with them on, as far as the training, or if they have to go to a class, you know. I know the hospital provides them, there's a ton of classes out there that they can learn.
Usually when you get CPR certified,
Well,
they'll go over
the
that.
reason I bring it up is I gotta go on Friday, right? CPR, first aid, and blood stop, tourniquets, all that on Friday, which I'm required to do on my own time every 2 years. And it's not a bad thing to learn, especially when they're playing with chainsaws. They're out there, just the two of them for the most part, I believe, right? They're a two-man
This year
crew.
now.
In the summer, they're a two-man crew.
We have 3 full-time, 1's a temp.
So, I mean, it's not a bad thing. I know the fire department's trained in it.
Yeah.
I'm sure PD comes out of boot camp and stuff trained, so we should look into getting them guys on the same board.
Absolutely.
And anybody in the town hall that wants it too should do it.
Well, I
Should be
know that
offered
for
to
the
them.
last year, we offered
The officers.
CPR certification for everybody in the town hall through fire department?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did it get done?
they did.
So they might be certified on that as well. I wasn't there that class.
Should be a requirement in the
Yeah.
town.
They might have been there. I wasn't there that night because I was
Right.
certified to a different part of the state, so. But those guys might have been certified when they did it with the fire department.
Is there any AEDs over there?
Tracy, yeah?
Off the top of my head, I do not know that answer. But I can find out.
Any more comment?
I get one last question, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, the highway grant, how much was that for again?
$13,007, I believe.
Yeah, is there gonna be any, paint involved in that, like bottom lines?
It's generally whatever they need it for.
Don't you think bottom line would be?
I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
However,
I know
yeah.
it's 13,000, although I've heard that reflective paint is pretty pricey.
Yeah,
But we'll just, you know, good for time.
absolutely. Any more public comment? Being none.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, now he's on the petition, huh?
Wait, we need a second.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.